Welcome back to Is Anyone Ashley? I'm Ashley. Alright, this is the collective coffee, but there's two main things I want to talk about. Anyway, whatever. Fuck that up. Okay, I'm feeling better than I was the first two videos. So I'm excited right now because I had an aha moment during the collective reading that's still currently uploading, but it's labeled When We Know Better, We Do Better. So go watch that if you watch the collective coffin vote as well. We're turning shit around. Okay, we're transmuting energy. So the first thing I want to talk about is this. Okay, we're gonna start with the stuff that came through the reading. So as we know, Elon Musk has been talking about this technocratic, like supremacy shit, which I guess we can look up the okay. Alright, I'm also going to be talking about flat earthers and the QAnoners in a way. So a lot, like everything's connected. Okay, so like I'm only going to be talking about these things, but like the history and the surface goes a lot deeper in other collective combos. Okay, like the way that the system works. This isn't everything. This is my main point. I'm not going to do a video of everything. We do them as they come. Technocratic. Yes, what does this word mean? Definition, bitch. Fuck yeah, hurry up. The government or control of society or industry by an elite of technical experts. Ew, it's worse than I thought. Relating to or characterized by the government or control of society or industry by an elite of technical experts. Yeah, that's worse than I thought it was. Okay, well, now we know. So let's talk about that. Within the oligarchy, you know, you've got Bill Gates and his technology goes in your veins. You've got Elon Musk and his technology goes in the sky, among other places, all over the planet. And that's the one we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the satellites. Okay, so listen to Dave Matthews Band, Satellites. Here, we'll put it on here. Satellites. Hold on. Yes, there it is. It's in my search bar. After SA. No, not that SA. Okay. Alright, so this download that came through during the collective reading was that, okay, so flat earthers believe in this thing called the firmament. Yeah, okay, firmament, the heavens or the sky, especially when regarded as a tangible thing. So a lot of flat earthers believe that like the earth is a disc and then there's like this dome, which is very much Hunger Games. If you've ever seen the movie Hunger Games, any of them, the Hunger Games take place in this like UFO dome thing where they can control everything using technology. Alright? Remember that the elite put out media that the law of revelation, which is an admittance to guilt, so that they don't accrue their own karma, so that they can continue to siphon our energy, okay, through entertainment, right? But really, it's like The Simpsons, everything, okay? If you want to know more about that, go watch the Hidden Messages in Media course that I put up it's a playlist. So anyway, it's come out in the past few weeks or months since this atrocity has been happening here in the United States that Elon Musk's family is originally from South Africa or Canada or Iceland. They want to be a part of this technocratic control, okay? And we know that he does that with SpaceX or X, whatever, I don't know. It's all connected. That's my point. And the download I got was about the satellites being the firmament. So what came through in this reading, Werner von Braun, the movie October Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal, looks at this young boy who wants to be a scientist and is very much inspired by Werner von Braun back in like the 50s. Werner von Braun is a Nazi, and this all came out in the other reading. Why are you touching me like that? So I'm gonna go ahead and put it here as well, so you don't have to go watch that, okay? Google is free. While Werner von Braun was a member of the Nazi Party and the SS, his motivations and the extent of his commitment to the Nazi ideology are complex and debated. Yet complex like the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, we understand. Dude's a fucking Nazi, okay? He joined the party in 1937. The reason this is important is because after World War II, a fuck ton, my favorite measurement, of Nazis joined NASA. And we're going to get to that stat too. It's here. Google is still free and available. Okay, I'm just going to research all of the things. How many Nazis work for NASA? So if you're thinking about white supremacy or Nazism, and you're thinking about technocratics, so you're thinking about the elite getting global power, which is what we're experiencing right now, which is why we have righteous rage, okay? All of it's connected. So if you're thinking about this, right, which I am, I'm over here thinking about this, while it's inaccurate to say that NASA directly employed Nazis, why is this inaccurate? Because it would be a red flag. But we're going to keep reading. And this is the AI overview. It's true that a significant number of German scientists and engineers, including some who were in the Nazi Party, members were brought to the United States under Operation Paperclip. You know, the United States always has an operation for everything. Shit has always been this way. We've just not been able to access the information by design, which is what they're doing again. They're going to take all of this information. So be smart while you still have access, okay? And later worked for NASA. In a 2014 investigation by Annie Jacobson, we love her, she found that 15 of 21 prominent scientists and technicians recruited through Paperclip were confirmed to have been active Nazi Party members. Wow. What is the percentage of 19 and 21? I prefer the measurement of fuck ton, but I mean, in regards to Nazism and not NASA, and you know, NASA used to study the ocean and then they got scared, so they started studying the sky. Either way, the colonization is happening. So what this download was that the firmament that these flat earther people are talking about is satellites. So a lot of people have been talking about a false sun or a second sun and weather manipulation and direct energy weapon. Okay, but direct energy weapons within weather manipulation. Anyway, the satellites being above in Earth's atmosphere are going to be playing a very big role in this, and thinking about the ways that those satellites are probably also hindering or harnessing weather, whether it's through manipulation or just blocking out our planet within, you know, our own orbit. Whatever you believe, I mean, regardless, it's a man-made object that's not really supposed to be there, that's there, right? Not only that, but it's surveilling everything, okay? It's fucking wild to think about. Like, think about Google Earth, okay? Alright, so 15 divided by 21, that's 7%. No, 71%. I don't do math. Hang on, 15 divided by 21 times 100. Yeah, 71.42% of the Nazis in Operation Paperclip. Okay, so let's look up Operation Paperclip. I'm just trying to put this here so that we understand what's going on and how it's happened without our knowledge. Oh, this is crashing to me now. Satellites is over. Alright, how many satellites are in space? And estimated that there are over 10,000 active satellites in orbit around the Earth. NanoAvionics reports 12,149 active satellites as of May 4th. Okay, so why are you telling me over 10,000? Why didn't you tell me 12,000? Fucking dumbass. The number of satellites is increasing significantly, particularly due to large-scale satellite constellations like Starlink. Damn. So understanding. So think of that. Okay. So let's ask this question. Do satellites need cobalt to work? Yes, satellites do need cobalt to function. Cobalt is a crucial component in several essential aspects of satellite technology, including batteries and superalloys. So cobalt is what is in Congo. That's what the people in Congo are being held and mining their own land for technology purposes. So 12,000. Okay, so not only does cobalt be used for our phones, our computers, any smart technology, solar batteries, it's also used for satellites. So with 12,000 satellites, right, within this SpaceX project that Elon Musk is doing, and remember that Trump dubbed that Space Force back when in his first presidency. So thinking again about technocratic and elite ruling, so they're controlling the entire planet, right? And like yesterday with Qatar giving Donald Trump that plane, I had a friend who was in the U.S. military who was stationed in Qatar. We don't really talk anymore, but that's the only relationship I have to Qatar. And so I think it's a very... So there are U.S. military bases over there. That's the kind of the point I was trying to make. So if you're thinking about military, I mean, the collective, the human collective needs to catch up to the organizing that these motherfuckers have done. And that's why I'm making this. But my shit's not going anywhere. If you would love to share this with people, please do. Because I don't know what to do. My shorts are going, but that's getting sporadic too. I feel like this information needs to get out there. So if you want to share, please do. How do satellites get powered for working? Solar power is energy from the sun. Spacecraft that orbit the Earth, called satellites, are close enough to the sun that they can use solar power. How is cobalt used in space? What's a superalloy? I don't know what that is. What's a superalloy? Yeah, that's what I meant. Superalloys are high-performance metallic materials composed of at least two elements exploited for their temperature and chemical resistance and high strength. So it's like a gear system is what that picture looks like. Superalloys find many applications in harsh environments and industries called medical, aerospace, and chemical processing. Where is cobalt found? Primarily found in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where it is a major source of global supply. The U.S. is an import-reliant country for cobalt. It does have some cobalt deposits, primarily found in a byproduct in nickel and copper mines, especially in states like Missouri, Michigan, and Virginia. So if you are in those states... Wait, notes of virginity... Oh, no, just like Missouri and Michigan. Virginia Energy is the company that's quoting that. Sorry, my bad. So if you are in Missouri or Michigan, I would pay attention to the mining that is going to be coming to you more than likely soon. We had that download about Gary, Indiana. I still don't know what that was about. But I'm thinking now about the Great Lakes because Michigan is on the Great Lakes. Fresh water in Missouri. Isn't Missouri on the Mississippi River? One of Missouri's largest natural lakes formed thousands of years ago when the Missouri River created a river bend like a loop. Big lake in North Missouri. So I would watch the freshwater in Missouri and Michigan. If there's cobalt to be found. So I mean that could lead you to like what national parks are there, because they're taking over the national parks now. Oh, that's right. There's another thing I want to talk about. Okay, so how do we combat this? Okay, so I'm going to be following the leader on this. So whatever they do, I'm going to do too. And I'm going to put myself as one of them. Okay, so what they're doing right now, as we know, is that ICE is rounding people up. But what those are is cosplayers. Those are white supremacists in cosplay. And there's this, you can buy police patches and FBI patches because that's what they've done. All right. The head of this post is, attention, Amazon is selling and profiting off of selling fake but convincingly real ICE, police, FBI, and SWAT gear. I bought my FBI patch yesterday, so I did get it on Amazon because I wanted to be a part of the crowd, right? But you can also get them from military surplus. And so anyway, I have a bulletproof vest, and so I'm going to be putting my FBI patch on, so if anyone comes to my house, I'm going to meet them in the same outfit, and, you know, it might buy me like 5 minutes, but either way, these are the patches that you can buy, and those are available to you, okay? They're on Amazon. There's nothing illegal about buying them. Everyone in the comments is talking about, oh, how isn't it illegal to impersonate a cop? Not if they take habeas corpus. Everything's fair game at this point in time. This is anarchy. This is civil war. The civil war has started. Those people have identified themselves, and that's the thing. I'm gonna blend in. I'm not joining them, but I am gonna meet them the way they're meeting us. So that's what I mean by I'm gonna be following the leader. And I would highly suggest everyone else do it as well. It's a tactic if you feel so called. I'm white, so I'm going to be able to blend in, but it doesn't matter, because, I mean, as they're taking DEI, they are going to be pulling black and brown people from these forces. It's already happening from positions, right? Like the woman from the Library of the Congress and other things. Judges, mayors, right? But if you're a white person specifically and you're down for the movement, I would highly recommend following the leader on these, because we could fit into places. I've often been dubbed a Trojan horse by my comrades because I can get into spaces and I can listen to things and pay attention and report back. And I highly recommend any of you do that too, because I just told you, this is stemming back to World War II. This is global takeover of Nazis. It might not be totally played out at this point in time, but technocratic, the elite ruling the world with technology, we're there. Okay? And they need resources and labor to extract what they need for that, which is why we brought in Congo for this. It's much larger than you think. And when you think at this massive scale, it's very easy. But that's the thing, they've put us all in these silos of our own self bondage and misery, right? Our own corner of the internet where only the things we want to see are the things that we see. That is so dangerous. I challenge you to follow new people who are experiencing struggles at a global scale. I challenge you to pay attention. I challenge you to research. And that's why I do it over here with you. I let you know it's very easy. It's been 20 minutes. Look at what we just figured out. A lot. All right? Have a good one.